Alrighty guys, if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead, smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell so you get the notifications of our next video. Also, you can always hit me up on Instagram at Adam Your Dog Trainer, and you can follow me there. And actually, you'll see a lot of my students' pictures on my Instagram page, so please go ahead, check that out if you get a moment. Alrighty guys, first I want to start out by saying viewer discretion is advised. You will see some images on this video that will be disturbing. A couple years ago, I had a customer come into my store and he had this heavy chain on his dog. All right, this is something that I've seen probably 10 times over the years, but I see it all the time when I'm walking around out in public just with my family and friends, and I see it constantly, and it's one of those things that is just really disturbing. Now just imagine I pulled this chain off of that dog's collar. He actually had this, and he was holding it like it's his collar and his leash. This is a 4.5 pound metal chain that probably a 35 pound Labrador Retriever had on his neck. Just imagine what that would do to that poor puppy as it grew up. Horrible things. And it happens all the time. You see it constantly on TV, you see it constantly in those commercials, and you see it constantly when we talk about inner city living. Now, it's not just in inner city living. I've seen it in Alaska, I've seen it in California, I've seen it all over the world where people put metal collars and leashes on dogs. One thing you have to know, if you put a dog on a metal leash and that leash weighs more than 1% of what the dog's body weight is, it's actually against the law. 2, if you have a chain that's that heavy, what ends up happening is you hurt the dog's neck and they're constantly being weighed down, which then gives them the image of a flat back, and they lose the ability to turn their head. Lastly, and most importantly, if you have a chain on a dog that can never get the chain off, that chain can become embedded. And an embedded collar is really a horrible thing. It's where the skin actually grows around the metal, and then the metal is internally inside the dog's body, which then causes a metal deficiency inside the dog and can lead to kidney and liver failure. That is a very common thing that a lot of vets see. They're called embedded collars, and it's just a horrible thing. It's just another way of abuse that we really do see constantly here in the industry, and it's something that we have to educate others. Those of us that are involved in the pet industry, and those of us that watch videos and make videos and go to shows and go to conventions and go to dog parks and go to places where you're regularly going to be around other dogs and other pet parents, you're going to learn about certain ethical things that need to be done for a dog's health, well-being, and of course, them having a better way of living. Then if you don't do those things, you're never going to learn. And that's what this video is about. So if you think that it's okay to put a chain on a dog, I'm going to tell you it's not. Ethically, it is not okay. Medically, it is not okay. Physically, it is not okay. And you need to not do it because it's just simple common sense. Just simple common sense. Don't do it. You're really hurting the dog to a point where they can't even move. You're really hurting the ability for a dog to be able to be a dog, you know. At the end of the day, you cannot do that, and the police and animal services will come down on you super hard if they do see it, because it's such a huge problem that we see in the United States and abroad. All right. So this is just one of those things that just frustrates me to all high heaven. And it's not a matter of not educating yourself. This is a matter of not educating others when it comes to what you see out there. You know, if you're walking around and you see someone with one of these metal chains on that dog, why don't you say something? Say something and make it known that, you know what, that's not right. And don't do it in a way that's going to offend somebody. Do it in a way that's going to educate them so they learn. It's probably because they don't know. It's not a matter of being cool or not cool. It's a matter of maybe they didn't realize that that is not safe to have a metal chain on my dog. Some people can't afford a leash. So you know what? Maybe offer to buy them a leash. When I took this off the dog, I actually paid for a leash and a collar. And the gentleman gave me this because he just didn't know any better. This is the only thing he can find to hold his dog. And I get it, but that doesn't mean that everyone needs to get it. We need to educate and we need to teach. All right. Sorry about the doom and gloom, but that's just how I feel. And you know, it's kind of one of those things. This is a horrible thing. And my cats are going crazy. This is a horrible thing that we see, and we don't see it very often, but when we do, we need to make sure we educate people on it. All right, it's Adam, your dog trainer. Everyone, have a great day. See you next time. Deuces.